All right, we are here with Michael, aka Mosh the Gathering. Link down below. Check out his stuff. So we played Black Baby Vegeta at an Ultimate Battle, and he got first place. So we're gonna just kind of go over his list. Anything really you want to say about your deck choice, or?
I mean, for deck choice, like going in this format, I was on Boo. Boo just kind of feels so mid right now.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't know what came over me, but I was just like, screw it. Let me go back to Baby Vegeta. And I grabbed a new tech. I made some like a ton of ratio adjustments and started playing the list, and the list just felt so smooth and so much better than like previous iterations. And I also think Final Explosion being out of the meta feels so good.
It's really good for decks like this.
Honestly, the worst part about doing this is you would go through your Rilldo chain and your opponent would just Final Explosion you, and you have like 6 cards in game.
Yeah, you lost a lot of cards.
The way that I built the deck now, I feel like you are like kind of fine if they Final Explosion you and they don't really get a good enough value off of it, as well as I think, and I mean, spoiler, my matchups tonight were, I played Sin round 1, and I'll go a little bit more further in depth later on like the exact details of the matchup, but I did Sin round 1, Bulma round 2, and Green Vegeta for finals. And I mean, just I haven't seen how the deck plays into Cell. I already know its Boo matchup is like kind of good, or kind of good slash very free. I think the Cell matchup, I just have to like change my mentality of it, see how it plays, but I think it's like kind of fine.
Yeah.
But without further ado, I just kind of want to go into the list a little bit. Akuma is the energy marker because he's the GOAT.
I'll move this stuff out of the way too.
Yeah. So start with 4 Chi-Chis. Life Taker as well as extra combo. Honestly, just a black staple. A lot of the times you can just kind of slam this turn 1, and if they clear it, it is what it is. Like you do, Baby is kind of a fast awaken deck, because you just get so much. I realized again I didn't talk about it. So standard Baby Vegeta, in case you haven't known, because he is a set 4 leader and he kind of lost his time to the shine. I would say around like honestly set 5. I feel like he just instantly phased out.
There's a small window in set 4 where it was playable. Yeah.
But it is, so it's when attacking, draw 1, unless your name's Anthony Hernandez and you cheat with this deck. But
True,
it's 4 life, you get to draw a card, and then on the back it's 20 when attacking, draw a card, and it has a permanent. You can use, you can also use rest mode,
brainwashed
cards
or
with
machine
brainwash or machine mutant in their special traits in their combo. So essentially, if, say this Chi-Chi, and I know the next card is Machine Mutant, but say this Chi-Chi's rested, and your opponent swings at you, you can combo this. And that lets you do some really goofy things, and it kind of just gives you like so much value, but that's kind of a big reason why this deck is just so much fun, honestly. This deck is a lot of sequencing, a lot of fun. But back to Chi-Chi here. It's just a black staple. If you're playing black, you need to be playing 4 of these.
For the record, he did not mean you can combo this rested. He was just using this as an example. It's
very
just
important
the card
thing. So it is mutant or machine mutant or brainwash.
Only the archetype. He did not mean you can
only an
use
archetype.
Chi-Chi.
I'm just saying, for example, if Chi-Chi had those card types, it could. So then 4 Baby Boy Possessed Form. So this is a 1-cost 10k. You're gonna see a theme. I'm playing a lot of 10ks. But when you combo this, if your leader is Machine Mutant, which, so if it's Baby, you get to play a 2-cost with Brainwash from your hand onto the field, and then you can't play any more battle cards for the turn. Realistically, you just do this to kind of extend more. There's a lot of like value plays you get to do with this. You can play the 2-cost Trunks, we'll get to later. You could play the Bola off this to just kind of go just a bit further. There's times you can also just slam this turn 1, and if your opponent can't answer it, you can combo into combo into the Bola, which is also a life taker, and a 10k that if you combo, you actually can generate the marker.
Right.
It's just having it's a 10k that a Machine Mutant, it lets you extend further into just more play outlets. 3 Giru. I might want to go to 2. This was almost kind of a last-second inclusion. I went to 3 on this. It is a machine mutant. Small note. When you play, you get to choose a 1 cost and KO on your opponent's battle and KO it. 1 cost 10k, just kind of a generic. I would probably cut this or to 2. You do get to recur it with your Trunks later.
It is good against Cell also, and technically it's good against Sing because the Shadow Dragon's a blocker.
That is kind of the reason I went to the 3 on it. Funny enough, in the Sin matchup, for those who know, I played the baby 4-drop, and this was my play off of it. And then against Vegeta, I did the exact same thing. I played the Vegeta,
the baby 4 cost,
baby 4 cost, and played this out with the baby 4 cost to pop.
Murray, it was a blocker Murray.
Yeah, to pop a blocker
and then
Murray.
Combo like one of his rested guys, yeah. Pretty good.
Ooh. 2 Hercule GT. I was playing 3 and 2 of the Girus. And then I just swapped ratios because honestly, so you can generate the marker a lot, but the only ones you're really going to grab are going to be your Chi-Chis.
It's more because you use the marker just to extend plays for like more swings, right?
Like so honestly, I think the only really reason I'm playing it is it's another really good generic 10k. You can go for the value play of recur, grab Chi-Chi. You can go for like extremely big swings with this deck. By going like Hercule, if you have the marker, grab back Chi-Chi, play Chi-Chi, and then that's like 50 on its own on like just leader swing.
Yeah. 30k combo power, it's good.
Yeah, you can extend a little further. I don't know if I would go back to it or if I would play. I was on 1 pair of Paras. I wanted to play 2, I just couldn't find room for it. I think the play might be Giru cut, but my issue with cutting Giru ends up being then my Cell matchup might be worse. I think the correct answer might actually be going to 3 of this baby boy form.
The possessed boy form thing, yeah.
But Paras, if you remove a marker on play, you get to choose an opponent's card and it can't attack. I felt like the reason I wanted this were matchups where I don't want my opponent to get value.
Shit you can't remove also.
Yeah, and then it's another 10k too. Yeah. Just stuff I can't really remove. So the quote-unquote philosophy of this deck is, the way I have it built is it can kind of answer everything 4 lower, then anything higher you just hope your opponent doesn't play anything that higher, or you just hope your opponent, you're so far ahead your opponent can't really do anything.
It's too much aggro, yeah.
But 1 pair of Pair Brothers, if you're going to copy this list, cut probably the one of these babies and go to 2 pair of Para.
Yeah.
Now,
but for the record, this is the second time that he's played this deck, like ever.
Yeah, I built this. So I built this list last night. I mean, so I had the idea like a week ago, and then I fine-tuned the list because I was playing more of the black mid-range stuff, and I realized the black mid-range stuff is just really bad right now. So then I made this variant last night and played it, and it just felt incredibly smooth.
Goku GT is just like super bad right now because of Cell.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel super great. So Trunks GT, this is one of the core reasons to play this deck. So this is auto when this card is used in a combo from the battle area. This is another thing. So a lot of these cards, you need to combo them in the battle area, which is why on the backside you can combo them while they're rested. So he's a 2-cost 20, 5k combo, and when you use him in the combo area, you can grab back a Brainwash or Machine Mutant with a cost of 4 or less. You can grab back 2 from your drop to your hand. This is the most important card. You never charge this, and like honestly, the more of these you see, the more just you're going to pop off.
Yeah, it just allows you to like push really hard. You just get cards back.
Yeah, so because you basically swing 20, and then after that you can later on combo this, and then mid combo you can grab back 2 10s. Another line you can do that's pretty fun is, so that Hercule line, you could also, if you want, you don't even have to, so Chi-Chi does get you 10, or gets you to 20. You can actually grab back the Machine Mutant off the Hercule, and you can combo the baby,
the one
play this, and then because you're still in the combo, you can actually combo this too, which will grab back 2 10s.
Yeah.
And then you can combo further. It's just, this deck can get very, very big offensive
ton of combo
swings.
power,
It's very good. This card is just one of the key staple cards. You're playing 4 of this.
Yeah.
You need to play 4 of this.
Even that same line, you can play him and just swing with him and then combo him later, and then you get 20k combo back defensively. Because like Chi-Chi's like a liability on board, right? So you just get the 2/10s back to your hand. Really good.
We'll go into it later. This, as well as another card we're going to go into, is part of a incredibly strong resource loop that this deck has access to, and kind of was the tech, quote unquote. I use tech very briefly for it.
Right, because it's like
this card's very, very strong.
Yeah, you'll see what it
Bulla. Put the alt art. Bulla GT. So this is on play. You can take a life if you want to. It's a 2-cost 10k. Auto, when this card is used from in a combo from your battle area and your leader is Machine Mutant or Baby, you can get the energy marker. So the energy marker generation in this deck is just so free because I'm not going to explain this every single card, but it's a Machine Mutant and a Brainwash. It's Brainwash. So you can grab this back off this Trunks GT, and you could play it off the Baby Boy formed. It's just you get so much free marker generation. If you already start with the marker, you could also just play this with the marker, or you just always have access to this.
Yeah, because the Trunks. Yeah.
There's just so much, and then there's also a marker generation with 10 is just so good. Another thing you can do, because you're playing so many 10Ks, you could just straight up swing this combo, go to 20, and then later
it's a 30
combo.
swing.
Yeah,
it's like good.
Like
yeah.
Chi-Chi. There's so many things you could do with just this pull.
Yeah, it's just good.
So I'm on 2 Sun Goten GT. This is a 2-cost 15 10k combo. Auto your turn, very specifically your turn. When this card is used in a combo from your battle area, you get to bounce a 4 or less to your owner's hand. So this is part of the removal package that this deck has access to. This is also a Saiyan Earthling, a Brainwashed. So this is more importantly a Brainwash. So you can actually recur this off your Trunks to get this back. This just is part one of 2 other. There's gonna be 2 other pieces that lets you kind of, while progressing or while just going aggro or just building like a tempo advantage against your opponent, you just combo this. Like again, you could just swing this, swing 15 clear or something, or swing combo, go to like 25 or just 20 even. And then later on, if you're flipped, you can combo this to bounce something else. So
it's like passive board clear.
Yeah, you get to basically just constantly swing at your opponent's face while clearing board. And yes, I don't love bouncing to hand. Honestly, if I have to force them, because you're doing all this very early on, if you bounce a 4-drop and they're like on 4 or 5 energy,
or if they burn the marker,
for it to really give them back, like I'm totally fine with that. And in line with that, so normally you usually play more of this, but I actually opted to play Super Sigma as a 2-drop. So it's 2-drop 25 10k, and it's on play if you have less than 3 cards with Machine Mutant in their drop area, you KO this card. So I know what you're thinking, this card sounds terrible. I'll just outright say it. We're playing the Rilldo engine, and I'll explain the Rilldo engine more when we get there, but the 3-cost actually, when it's played, if you have Super Sigma in your drop, you get to bounce a 3. So this is just another 10k that you can grab off your machine, or you can grab off your Goten. You can combo it early. You just like put this in drop early and like leave it there. There's not really drop removal in this game, and as long as you have one of these in your drop, your 3-drop Rilldo can bounce a 3. So you can mid-chain like bounce 2 things, and that's pretty good. You just bounce 2 things while swinging big numbers, or just advantage towards your opponent's face. You also can, if you end up, you can eventually play this too if you have 3 Machine Mutants in your drop. Yeah, and 2-cost 25 is just pretty good.
Like you can play out the monkey like late in the game, and it's just kind of a high swing for free.
So this is part 1 of your Rilldo chain. This is a 225 combo on play, another Awakener. So this is actually a small note that I want to bring up now. I was on Sin for a while, and eventually I promise I'll give you guys the deck profile and what we ended up finding with it. But at our locals, we had two people playing. We had one person playing Boma, and then another person playing Shenron. And I was playing Sin, and I didn't see my Awakeners, and I just wasn't awakened while they were just getting constant value. Super Baby is a deck you can't really stall because there's actually a lot of Awakening because you want to get to your backside. That is where your game plan comes online. So you're playing like, I think you're playing
Bola, this guy,
Bola, Chi-Chi, this guy as your Awakeners, and these are all just like really important because getting to your backside unlocks your game plan and lets you go so like pedal to the metal so hard. So auto, when this card is used in a combo area from battle area, you get to play a Hyper Metal Rilldo, which is a 3-drop from your hand. Speaking of the 3-drop, here he is, Hyper Metal Rilldo. As I stated earlier, on play, if you have Super Sigma in your drop, you get to bounce a battle card 3 or less and return it to your owner's hand. So while you're doing this, again, people who play the deck or have played against the deck probably know, but if you're like a newer player, you probably think like, oh, this is just fine. How this works is I'm gonna swing. So you swing 20 with this, and if let's say these are just the cards on board, I'll swing 20 with my leader. I'm gonna combo this, and then this gets played while that combo is going on. So, and then this could still swing on this turn. So you just build up a lot of advantage and a lot of this. It's like very aggro.
Yeah.
The reason we're not maxing out on this, honestly, is I just wanted to play a lot more 10Ks. And because they're in the Machine Mutant archetype, the Trunks can actually get them back. So realistically, you just need to see the chain because there is a 4-drop. I just realized. So the other part of this is when this card is used in a combo from your battle area, you get to play a Metal Rilldo with a cost of 4. So realistically, you just need to see one part of the chain. You could see 2. Honestly, when you see 2 full chains, or if you see like, if you go through one chain, you have a 4-drop out, and then you play a Trunks to grab back these 2, and you have another 4 in hand.
It's like good enough.
It's so many swings, so much value, and you're like not really losing anything. But realistic, so you don't go plus, you kind of do minus cards in hand, and the only time that you go really plus is, including the tech that we decided to play for the deck. And this card, 100, I feel like this card makes the deck, honestly.
This is the best Brainwash card.
This is the best Brainwash card by far. So it's 325. It's auto. When you use a card in a combo during this battle, you get to draw and untap this. This card makes this deck churn out so much advantage. So, and again, I will say that against Cell, I know it kind of just gets outed pretty easy. I think against Cell, the thing I would do is just fucking go just 2 swings on it. But a lot of times, what I'll do with this is if I open this, I want to establish this as early as possible because a lot of decks kind of struggle to out it. And then I just use this as like I combo a 10 because I'm gonna get to draw a card anyway, and then I restand it and then I pass. And the only time I'll go for a double swing on this is if I'm going for a game or if I'm going for a very big push. So part of the resource loop I mentioned earlier is you get to so a lot of the downside of if you go really heavy in the Rilldo chain, you lose a lot of advantage. But Bardock lets you play more of a mid game, and you get to play this as a value. So you get to go 20, swing at your opponent. You get to go Bardock, swing, combo this, grab 2 things, draw, restand, and then swing lead. So you're up 2 cards. You just added 4 cards back to your hand, and you only played 1. Yeah. And you still swung 3 at your opponent. And you could go 4 if you wanted to, but like, you just added so much. And almost every time you're adding 10Ks to hand. The only time you add 5s off this is if you want to go into a Rilldo chain, which on top of that, so you could either do that, or if you have this out, you get to go 20, swing, combo this, restand it, play the 3, then swing 25, swing this again, combo to go to 25 on the 3-drop, and then play the 4. So this card just unlocks so much. There's an in-archetype baby. It doesn't have any combo power, which is why I think it's just terrible. I don't know why they did that. I mean, I kind of get why they did that. But this card's just so snapped in half. I honestly think this is the main reason that I wanted to play this, because I didn't realize how much advantage this card would drop. In the Bulma game, I had 2 of these on board. I cracked the marker on it, played this out, and then on turn 3, with 3 energy, I just played another one of these, and I just went 30. I was swinging 30s, and just drawing and recurring cards. And then, like, I think on my energy 4, I had, like, over 9 swings, and they were all, like, 30 and above.
Yep.
It was just absurd. And then I passed turn with, like, 9 cards still in hand. It's just, you get so much. This is a kind of sequence-heavy deck. I don't even think I was playing it perfectly, but I think the more you play this, the more you get just sequence lines of this and like a value engines. And this card is so important. I personally, I know some people say play 2. I might want to try a build where maybe I do try the baby instead, because the baby kind of does the same thing. It just doesn't restand and it draws, and it does play a 2-drop. But I think this is just so much better. It's also a 5.
Yeah, this is definitely better, just because the baby plays a 2 cost, but then you're spending another card. Whereas this is just going to give you 2 swings self-contained.
Yeah, and then like against decks that can't really answer this,
it's
like,
a god card, yeah.
You kind of just, and I think I think against Cell, and again, I'd have to test the matchup. I think with Cell, it's just going to have to be, you just always swing, 30-30.
Yeah, you
just swing 30-20, and just have it be an aggro piece.
Yes,
yeah, I'm gonna combo 30, which does get 2 cards out of the hand or a super, and then I'm gonna swing another 20, which, Cell plays a lot of 10Ks, and what's really good into 10Ks, a lot of 10K stuff is you just swing neutral, and this deck swings a lot of neutral, or just like barely above.
Yeah, 30s is really good against Cell, so. And you like to swing 30s.
And you get to swing so many 30s in this deck for free. Moving on to the 4 costs, Glorio. Glorio is effectively a 2 cost, so it's a 4 cost 25k 10k combo permanent. If you or your opponent has the marker, it's reduced by 2, and then on play, if your opponent has the marker, draw a card. This card, always grab it, or try to mulligan for this if you're going first. If your opponent is like greedy and wants to hold the marker for a long time, you get to play a 2-drop 25 that replaces itself.
Yeah, you just get paid.
This card's just kind of snapped in half. I really only will play these if they have the marker, and once they get rid of the marker, or once I like have Bardock out. Like against the Sin player, like they did turn 1. I like passed turn 1, or no, I played Chi-Chi turn 1. They didn't out it. Was it Chi-Chi? I don't know what I played turn 1. I barely remember these games, but I played like this turn 2, and then I played a Bardock turn 3, and I was just like this replaces itself. The Bardock kind of replaces itself. It's more so just like you can get a 30 swing, get cards out of their hand while like having, and it's also really hard for Sin to answer this. The Sin player, I think, was like either at 4 or 3 life and couldn't awaken yet, because I was just going so aggro and I just had so many cards in hand.
Yep. Sounds like you're playing Sin.
Grade 8 baby. So if you haven't been paying attention, you're probably have noticed a trend, and I will point out the trend. This is the only 0 cost. This is a 3-0 cost deck. Everything else in the deck has combo power. And honestly, like if I had to not play this card, or if I could find an excuse to not play this card, I think I would still play it. So it's a 4-30-0. On play, you get to play a card with a cost of 2. Most of the time, you want to play either a Bola to get the marker, or a Trunks to get like another swing and resources back, or you go in the Rilldo engine. In 2 of my games, I played the Giru just because I was like, I want the, I want to pop the 1-drop blocker just to like have an answer. And then when attacking, you choose up to about 1 battle card either on you or on your opponent's side, and place it in the combo area.
3 or less, but yes.
3 or less. So this is where like if you think back to the Goten, if you think back to the Super Sigma, you just get to kind of out your opponent's board while just swinging face, like being very casual about it, because you have
passive removal.
Your passive removal while like eating at their hand, because like yeah, you're gonna bounce the cards back to their hand, but they're probably gonna want to combo them just because you're swinging so many times. Like I'm not exaggerating. When you get to like a good, like you get to a good resource line, and you get to a good like turn, I think by turn 4 you're swinging minimum 5 swings a turn. And if you want to, like, you can go card neutral and not really gain an advantage. You can probably just make those all 30s, or you can just swing a ton of 25s and go card positive if you have the Bardock out.
Yeah.
Or if you do like a Trunks line or something. This card's just snapped. This card is actually is also incredibly strong into Boo, because they'll play the crit and you just combo the crit. You don't care. It's also really funny into like Green Vegeta. It was kind of one of the reasons I wanted to play this card into Green Vegeta, because you play the Nappa. You just like take the swing and then you play this and you're just like, yeah, combo the Nappa at 0. Like being able to just combo zeros is really
Radix,
funny.
Nappa, etc.
Yeah. This I don't know. This just seems this card's
very good.
Really good.
It's very good.
Then the 4-drop Metal Rilldo. The only thing you really need to know is it's a 435. The blocker. So sometimes you can leave this untapped to kind of do as a blocker. Sometimes you can actually, if you want to play a little defensively, you can leave the 3. Like sometimes you can, and it's part of like the missequencing that I was saying. I had one point where I had the 3-drop on board, and it was against Nick in finals, and he swung lead. Now I didn't have the Rilldo in hand, but if I would have had the Rilldo, he like swung lead and didn't combo up, I could have comboed the 3-drop on board and played a blocker from hand.
Yeah, it's pretty good in a Green Vegeta.
Yeah, and then they swing, I just block, and if it's like a lower swing, I just use it for combo later.
Yeah.
But like you get to most of the time you're using it more for aggro, but there are times you can actually just leave this standing and it's a blocker.
Yeah.
The when KO'd, you're not playing the field. The field is terrible.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It is cute though. If you have the field, you actually get to replay this in
comes in active mode, right?
It comes in active mode, but the field is just so bad.
Yeah,
the field
really
is you. So you have to rest the field, and the field is rest to draw, discard a card, or either discard a card and then draw a card, or draw and discard a card. It's not great. It doesn't matter. You don't really play from drop with this deck. I don't know why they thought that, but
yeah,
it's like
just
whatever.
Nutty. But yeah, but that card's just good. It's 30k block or block.
Rounding it off, 4 super combos. Super combo of choice. Vegeta GT, because it's a sick
it's
one.
in theme, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could just play any that you want.
Right, super combo. Well, that's that. Black Baby, here we go. That's pretty sick. Honestly, pretty cool meta call. Again, into Cell, a little rough, but other than that, congratulations, man.
I don't know the Cell matchup yet.
It's just a lot of removal is all. You probably just swing and pray, right? But
yeah, I do want to kind of see how it favors into it, but I think it's just, I don't know, it's like a fun take on Black. It's fun aggro. You can go mid-range with it. It's honestly, it's like a really fun deck.
It's always been a good deck. It's just, it's definitely like a meta call sort of thing, and you got to have the right list. And this list is pretty good, so give it a try if you want. And thanks for watching. And once again, congratulations, man, and see you.